National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Commanders, next on Madden Football.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena. We're in a much different type of arena here, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Leading them out, a man in his 13th NFL season and rising quickly up the career leaderboards, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson finds a new home in Pittsburgh, and I think he finds the exact right fit for his skill set. A team in the Steel City that loves to run the ball, play great defense. That sound familiar? That's what he did for the Seahawks for well over a decade. He's looking to rejuvenate his career after a couple tough seasons in Denver, and this might just be the right fit.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. And carried by Harris here to start the drive. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
This is Harris on 2nd down. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Wilson on 3rd down. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Finds his man, it's Van Jefferson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a pickup of 11. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Russ now from the gun. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Wilson with it on 1st. We put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there and just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Ross off the play fake. Has it down close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Well, here he comes. Here comes the Heisman Trophy winner from a season ago, and what a show he put on, man. He was a stat stuffer. Over 1,100 yards rushing. Looked a lot like Lamar Jackson did back in the day in college. And oh, by the way, 40 touchdowns passing too. You know why this Washington organization took him so high in this draft. They want him to be Lamar Jackson. They want him to be dynamic. And he's going to get his career off and running.
Okay, and the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and short, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
They cross the 40 on a nice run. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Hey, forget about it. Forget 1st down. For a moment, they were thinking touchdown on that play. What a time to deliver a breakaway run. And that puts a ton of momentum on their side for the next snap.
Play fake here, Daniels. Looking right, and he finds him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Putting a receiver in motion. Robinson goes up and over for the touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders start off well to tie things 7-7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Cordero Patterson now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blitz coming. Russ finds his back. Jalen Warren. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Wilson on 1st and 10. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So a punt coming up on 4th down, and it's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They send a man in motion. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll toss it to Harris. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Pickup of 12 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Taking the handoff, now Wilson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's Pickens on the slant. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Wilson now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To throw, Daniels. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
It's caught, Eckler. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll return to Landover right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's cut along the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take a 2nd quarter lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Patterson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. This is ahead for about 5. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Russ now from the gun. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On 1st down, it's Wilson. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets him around 6 there. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Daniels from the pistol. He loses the football. Steelers have it, headed the other way. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Daniels to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They bring McLaurin in motion right. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That stop made by T.J. Watt. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
This one taken in by Zacchaeus. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. So now here's 3rd and 5. Again, Daniels to the air. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They could bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Now on comes Austin Seibert for the field goal. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently, because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Patterson now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll start with a give to Harris. And defenders are there to get him at the line. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Russ looking to throw. Lays out left side and gets it. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They give to Harris from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Harris once more. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second down here, another give to Harris. And he's only able to manage 1 yard, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Daniels on first down. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 37. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Steelers down Russell Wilson. Headed back to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Warren's got it. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or two short of the 20 here.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Russ now from the gun. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Russ is cooking again. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Once more, it's Wilson. He's going to push one deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Wilson to throw again. Targeting the sideline, and Freiermuth has it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down, and when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Sticking in the air with Wilson. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. Offense to the line for second down. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Slot man in motion left. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. from the 36. That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He's back to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's gonna be second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Back to throw it. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. And that's gonna be knocked away, incomplete. That brings us to the break. The Steelers taking a lead into the visiting locker room. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Steelers got a solid performance in that first half from their veteran QB, Russell Wilson. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. And oh, he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So second down coming up.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing now, Daniels. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's gonna be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. Now he's going to fair catch this one, and they are loving this. A very short kick and some excellent field position for them. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Going to Harris to start the half. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down from the 31. Ross off the play fake. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again is Russ. Complete out to the right. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing on third, Wilson. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth down, here's Wilson. He finds him beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. Najee Harris, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Second and 13. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, here's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On second down, Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll motion Brown right. First down, and they go right back to him. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Daniels from the pistol. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 22. And the Commanders will have a first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Second down and 10. Daniels. He's got time here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Daniels throwing on third. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you could run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Return starts at the 9. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. From the gun, they go with Harris. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Russ now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. He finds Pickens left side. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play. Second down now, 7 to go. Wilson now from the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing again, here's Wilson. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
The Steelers set to punt it. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they've got themselves another first and 10. Now Daniels to throw. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And he'll get it up to the 44. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw complete to Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's Robinson up the middle. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just one more yard to move the chains. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Play fake here, Daniels. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I can't help but watch these games and just hear Pete Carroll in my head all the time. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You got to finish. And so many times, Kate, we see in this league, you get a 3-score lead, you let off the gas a little bit defensively, you don't fight to finish, you let the opponent back in. Not with this defense and not with that sack. They are aiming to finish this thing, and with time a-ticking, they may just have done so with that sack.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Steelers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Slot receiver headed left. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Second and 3 now. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. Escapes the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Russ is going to cook here. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Going right side, Harris with it. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers put up even more points in a win. Najee Harris, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
They'll motion Brown right. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Daniels. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it an 18-point game. Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The visitors, Najee Harris, making their return to the field. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. First and 10 from the 41. A handoff for Harris, running right. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Harris once more. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. That's caught for the first. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. A run here with Harris. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a run with Harris. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Steelers can rest easy with a 3-score lead. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Running it after the penalty. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Only a yard there, so they'll be staring down 2nd and 14.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Second down here, another give to Harris. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. He gets them half of what they needed, so after a 7-yard gain, it's 3rd and 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Steelers are winners, as with that, we sign off from D.C.